Hi students, so we are ready to get to kind of the meat of the source transformation discussion, and that is the concept of Thevenin and Norton equivalence. So basically the idea is if we have a voltage source in series with a resistor, we can replace that with a current source in parallel with that same resistor. Okay, so we call this the Thevenin and Norton equivalence, and the reason why is because we will designate this source as V Thevenin, and we would designate this resistor as R Thevenin, and then if we replace this with a current source, we're going to call this I Norton, I sub n, and then this is actually going to be the same value of resistance. So this transformation is very simple. All it is basically Ohm's law. So by Ohm's law, we have that V Thevenin is equal to I Norton times R Thevenin. So we get to, anywhere in a circuit, if we have a voltage source in series with a resistor, if we need to, we can replace it with a current source in parallel with the resistor, and vice versa. So really the key thing here is just the orientation of the current source. We want the arrow pointing in the same direction as the voltage source. So in other words, we want it to be pointing towards the positive terminal. So we usually consider a voltage source as providing a current that goes in this direction, kind of originating from the positive terminal. So that's why we think of this as like kind of an upward orientation. So we would just make this replacement. So that means if this was pointed down where the positive was on the bottom, then we would replace this with a current source that's pointed down. So in the next video I'll show you an example of how we can make this replacement.